And good morning. It's so good to be with you all this morning. I'm Nancy Case, and I have a little gift shop downtown called the Red Ribbon. Come see me for Valentine's. And this is Brene Beatty, who is the co-host. And
yes. I'm retired.
Gone to the loving
dogs.
every minute of it. Gone to the dogs.
Am.
And I'm actually.
Guess what? I'm going to tell my age here. I was feeling so good, and then I got my Medicaid card in the mail. And you talk about
that's actually wonderful. They're wonderful.
I know, but it's like a reality check.
It is a reality check. But when I was 50, I got that AARP card.
Yeah, I know.
Now that's when you want to smack somebody.
Yeah, really.
I mean, absolutely. 50 is not old. I don't care what anybody says.
No, it's
and
young.
I am call me Minnie Pearl. There's probably a price tag hanging off this, but I'm wearing one of the scarves.
Gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you. I'm wearing one of the scarves that we have at the Red Ribbon. In case you all need a Valentine gift, we have it in.
That is so
well,
pretty.
Ann McCarley told me this was Georgia colors, so forgive me, Tennessee fans. I'm sorry.
Oh well.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you're in retail, you have to be nice to everybody.
Smile and be nice to everybody. That's exactly right. Now, we have a few things. First part of the show, we're going to tell you, so get out your paper and pencil.
Yep.
Because we want
Take
you to
notes.
be sure that you get this. First of all, Chef Vic Johnson, congratulations to you.
Yes,
Named one of the country's best chefs.
Right
for
here in
2012.
Cleveland, Tennessee. Can you believe
Absolutely,
that?
at the Bald Head
Fabulous.
Bistro, and he was wonderful. He came out and did our catering for the opening of the airport, and it was fantastic. I mean, I just kept running around eating those little chicken salad sandwiches and also those cheese and pecans, whatever those things were, they were wonderful. So congratulations, Vic. Well deserved.
Yes.
What you got for us today?
Okie dokie. Stitches in Time, the quilt show at the museum is still going on.
Oh, I went by yesterday. I didn't
really?
see everything, but the ones in the lobby are phenomenal.
I've got to go. It's on my to-do list. And it will be there through March the 9th. So you got a little time, but don't put it too far down your list because those things slip away, especially from us.
No, and I think Tracy said the ones that are out in the lobby right now, and they're
rotate?
gorgeous. Yeah, they rotate for the are from Telco Village, quilters, and they're all real similar to Mary Kiesler's works of art.
Oh, artwork.
I mean, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
Not
Absolutely.
Just to keep you warm.
Tracy said one of them made her laugh and one of them made her cry.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I'll have to go.
I don't know.
I'll put that on my tomorrow's to-do list.
That's right.
Okay. And then also at the Museum Center, they're doing some classes on quilting. So if you go in and you see them and you want to, recreate some of that stuff yourself, they're going to have a class on making quilted trivets February the 16th. Now, for all you people my age who remember Miss Hale, Ruth Hale, this was one of her things that she did, and so she thinks she needs to pass on that skill. So
I think she does.
I do too. So she's
because I wish I had learned how to tat lace from my grandmother, but I didn't.
I know.
But I've got the little, what do you call it?
Tatter.
Yeah, the little tatter. Yeah, Judy Baker's on the sideline. She'll know what that's called.
Yeah.
She's a storyteller. When she comes on with us in a little while, she'll tell me what that is. The Greater Cleveland Community Concert Band has begun practice Monday nights at 7 o'clock, Cleveland High School Band Room. Get that old horn out of the closet, dust that sucker off, and come on out and join us. It's like Don Bendrum says, if you can play one note and you play it at the right time, you're welcome to come join us. And so please do.
I like
It's
that.
a lot of fun. I'm playing last year flute, right there where I need to be last year.
Yep, you are. Okay. Here's some more classes at the museum, and all the supplies are included in this. So fans of vintage Singer featherweight sewing machines.
I think I have one of those.
Yeah. Well, Stan Pigram, who repairs these, is going to be there on February 23rd, and he's going to share some easy-to-learn tips and techniques for those sewing machines.
Right.
So there's another thing for your to-do list.
I got that from my mother-in-law.
Yeah, and then there's going to be, when you're making the quilts, cutting is pretty crucial. If you don't cut it right, you can't sew it right. So precision cutting with Susan Hyder on March the 2nd, and all of these classes require reservations and prepayment. So they're reasonable, $8 for members, $10 for non-members. Can't get any easier than that. And you can call the Museum Center at 339-5745 to register or get more information about that.
Right, and those classes are limited, folks, because it's a
Yes.
crafting class, so you can't have 50 people in there. So
Right.
you need to call if you're interested in any of this. Okay, the high school honor choir will be at Lee tomorrow and Saturday, and there'll be approximately 100 high school students on the Lee campus, and then they will do a performance at 3 p.m. at the Con Center. And I'm sure it doesn't say, but I'm sure this concert is free because most of the things at Lee are like this. And Dr. Cameron Labar will be directing this, and we're going to have Cameron on with us one day.
Oh, good.
Nice looking young man. He and his wife have joined the faculty at Lee, and just great folks. And so he wants to talk to us a little bit and talk to y'all a little bit about a new opportunity that's coming up in Cleveland. So we're going to have Cameron on, but Saturday at 3 o'clock if you don't have anything to do. And you know, we'd like to tell you what the weather's going to be, but since we saw you last, it has snowed, it has hailed,
It's been
it has
60
rained,
degrees.
and it has been 60 degrees.
Yeah.
And today it's supposed to start raining this afternoon, and
But yesterday was fabulous.
gorgeous, gorgeous spring.
I'm just loving
Spring.
whenever, yeah.
But-
My daffodils are up and blooming.
Mine aren't blooming, but they're up.
Mine are
I mean, you know, they're
blooming.
wanting to. And we do understand that the groundhog in the southeast did not see his shadow, so we will have an early spring. Now,
Yay!
Puxatawny Pete,
Puxatawny Phil.
Phil, he did see his shadow. So you people that are up north, we're sorry about that. That's okay.
I thought they had an early spring too.
No, he saw his shadow.
Really?
That's what I heard. Yep, he saw
Huh.
his shadow. So, but you know,
Oh, well.
So that's the reason, Brene, and I don't give you weather
Yeah,
forecasts on this
really.
show. I mean, you know, really.
You couldn't pay us enough to try to
Honest
do
to
weather.
goodness, since we saw
Even those
you,
people
it has
who went to
snowed,
school for it.
sleeted, hailed, rained, and the sun has shined.
A flood.
A flood.
We're probably
You
going to
know,
be in drought tomorrow.
There's no telling. Okay, what you got next?
Okay, the library is not just books anymore, although I do love books. You know,
Oh, I
there's
do
just
too.
nothing like curling up with a book.
No, or a
Although when-
newspaper either. You
yeah.
need that.
Yeah, you
Yes.
need to get it on your hands. But when I fly, I think I'm going to break down and get one of those. Because when I flew to Australia when my granddaughter was born,
Honey, that's a 3-day trip.
I
so-
know, and I had 2 carry-ons of books to read, and this guy across the aisle was just flipping through his, and I bet he had a bazillion
Okay,
books. So
I bet
yeah.
he did.
I
And then he
can't-
could select whatever he wanted that
I
you might
know.
not have had in your tote bag.
Exactly. I may be able
oh.
to change. Okay, anyway, they now have Tumble Books. It's an online collection of animated talking picture books which teach kids the joy of reading in a format they'll love. Anyway, this is absolutely fabulous, and you can do it. You can log on from home, and you know, you can go to the library and they'll tell you all about it. Then they also, did you know that you can check out ebooks now from the library? Free.
No.
Free.
If you have a
Yes.
library card.
Yes, you have to have a library card, and that just requires 2 proofs of your address. Yes, and they have lots of internet stuff. They have if you want to do family research, you can use Heritage Quest at home or even Fold 3. These are research databases that help you track census records. And Fold 3 has additional information on the Revolutionary War pension files, Civil War pension index, FBI files. Whoa!
I'm not
Might
sure.
Not
I
want
want
to
my
go
family in there.
there.
That's exactly right. Okay.
And anyway, all sorts of records like that. And then they also have the Learning Express Library, and it's one of the best online resources for test preparation and skill building. Rocket Languages will help you learn a new language. I'm telling you what, they are just absolutely, you can sit at home and go to the library now.
And we try to not let it be the best kept secret in Cleveland, Bradley County. I mean, you know, we want y'all to know about our library.
We sure
it's
do.
Wonderful.
It is. It's fabulous.
Now, let me tell you, today there's youth concerts are planned by the Cleveland Symphony Guild. It's going to be at North Cleveland Church of God. Now, it's today. This article in the paper, and I'm so sorry, I apologize, but it doesn't say what time or what schools or how you're supposed to get there or anything. So any of you this morning that might be interested in the youth concert, we do have several of our people here in Cleveland, Bradley County, several of our high school kids play in this band, in this orchestra. And so, you know, make a phone call or two and see if you can, but it's at North Cleveland Church of God. So we don't want you to miss it if any of you want to see that.
Sounds good. And I just wanted to, we have something coming up. I'm not going to do this on the dog thing because this is a community event, but Dixie Day Spay is having their 6th annual Doggone Dessert Party. And it's an afternoon of delicious desserts, refreshing beverages, lovely music, a silent auction, and a very special kissing booth. Wonder who's going to be in the kissing booth.
I don't know.
I bet he's got 4 legs.
I bet it does too. And speaking of which,
Yes.
Miss Savannah was adopted.
Yes,
in
she
fact,
was.
several people wanted Miss Savannah.
Yes.
And so we will have a 4-legged friend. In fact, I think I hear it panting in the background. We will have a four-legged friend in here in just a moment.
Okay, let me give the date.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm so sorry. We
okay.
got all excited about
I
that.
know.
You know, Savannah found a home.
I know, we were excited about that. Okay, it's going to be Sunday, February the 10th, and it's from 1 until 4, and it's at Mark's Doghouse, which I think is a very
That's a
appropriate.
cute idea.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, admission is $10 because this is a fundraiser for Dixie Day Spay, and also if you want to donate a favorite dessert, hors d'oeuvre, or item for the silent auction, you can bring it that day. And if you want to arrange a pickup time, you can call 476-7122, and somebody will come get it. Probably me.
I'd say so. She's retired now.
Yeah, I can do that.
February is Heart Health Month.
Yes.
Wear red for healthy hearts.
Yes.
It's also Spay and Neuter Month.
Yes, it is.
So let's say that because we want everyone to spay and neuter their animals.
Yes.
And then tonight at Sky Ridge at 6 o'clock, Healthy Woman will have Keep Your Heart in Mind. And I am so sorry I cannot think of this lady's name. She's a new cardiologist with the Chattanooga Heart Institute, and she's going to be there tonight to talk to us about how we're supposed to keep a healthy heart. So be sure that you do that. And we're coming right up on a commercial break in just a minute. So let me tell you real quickly, the Biggest Loser contestant, Danny Cahill, will be at South Cleveland Church of God on February the 10th at 8:45 and 10:45. If you want to actually hear someone who has lost mega pounds, do that. The Bradley County Youth Baseball and Girls Softball, you're signing up right now. So if you're interested, 728-7035 to find out more information about that. It's a great activity. And folks, you know, it looks like the weather's going to be good enough for you to go play ball this afternoon. No, it's going to rain this afternoon. Probably tomorrow it'll be okay.
You missed your chance yesterday.
That's right. Yes, you did.
And one other thing, for those days when we do have the cold weather and everything, if you see an animal that is like no food, no water, chained, whatever, you can call animal control. They won't necessarily come get the animal, but they will come talk to the owners. And if you call them about an abuse or a neglect situation, your name is, you're anonymous. No one will tell you.
And I like anonymous.
Yes,
I really do. I think anonymous is a wonderful place to be. Folks, do not go away because we do have, I think I heard, a four-legged visitor. Yes, that's what I heard out there. So don't go away. We'll be right back with our latest four-legged friend, and we're going to try to find it a forever home.
Yes.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back, and you are seeing the backside of our four-legged visitor.
Because I have chicken in my hand.
Because she does, Brene.
Look
you
how
know,
good he is.
He is wonderful, and his name is Buck.
Can you turn around, Buck? Come on.
And
Come on.
he is precious. He's
There
a
you
big
go,
dog.
baby.
And we have Jill Kaufman with us, who is a volunteer at Animal Control. And we have Crazy Brene feeding the dog, as you can tell. I mean, you know how this works. I sit over here like nobody loves me, and all the dogs love Brene. But see, she brings these little treats and everything. So Jill, tell us a little bit, first of all, about Buck.
Well, Buck, he's number, well, I nicknamed him on the way over here.
That's fine. We always name him at the show. That's good.
Because, you know, they don't get names at Animal Control, but he's number he's 1156. He's 1 year old. He's still a puppy, as you can see, a little buck wild. That's why I named him like that. But he looks like a shepherd mix. He's absolutely precious when he calms down.
Look at that.
But he's been cooped up in that kennel, so he's pretty wild and excited to get out.
He's a beautiful dog and probably full grown. He's a year old, so he's probably full grown.
Except he's skinny. He
is.
needs to fill out.
We do need to fatten him up just a little bit, but Buck needs a forever home. Now, Jill was telling me, so you should have brought a whole bag.
I know.
But Jill was telling us before we went on the air that this is his second time.
Sit.
See, watch him. He behaves. He sits. But this is his second time at the shelter.
Yes, it is. Originally, he came in, I believe, as a stray, and then he had some health issues, so he was sent to the vet, and then he recuperated and got sent back to Animal Control and was adopted, and now he's back in the Animal Control as a stray, and his owners have not picked him up under the 3-day time period. So now, unfortunately, it's a time matter where he needs to be adopted. Otherwise, Animal Control can euthanize this animal.
He is urgent.
He is urgent.
Very
urgent.
urgent.
That word before. Urgent, and he's wonderful. He is just a beautiful dog.
He'd make a very good guard dog.
He would. He's a very active dog, and here we go, and very lovable dog.
Yes, and likes his belly
likes
scratched.
to have his belly rubbed.
And since he's already been adopted, he's already neutered, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so there you go. This one's already.
Thank you, Buck.
We appreciate you showing us that, Buck. And here we go. Oh, yes, that's my foot. Hello, Buck. Okay. And I guess you all noticed that we lose complete control of this show when the dogs come on.
Easy, Buck. Easy.
There's nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it. Did I mention to you that Savannah got adopted? I did, didn't I? Okay. She did, and Brewster the week before got adopted, and so we're doing really well on this show getting these animals. You know, he reminds me of Marmaduke. I know Marmaduke was a Great Dane, but he reminds me of Marmaduke. But we're doing really well
needs some love.
on this show, getting forever homes for these animals. So, all right, so let's talk about what.
Okay, something I would like to say.
Okay, Brene, go.
Because he came in as a stray, he was adopted, and then he came in as a stray again. So, folks, we really want these dogs to have homes, but this doesn't need to be just a, oh, look, a cute dog, I think I'll take him home. You need to think this through. It takes almost $600 a year, which is about $50 a month, to the upkeep on a dog, and that's just, food and just regular vet visits and stuff like that. So, and they need, shelter, and
Right.
the initial expense, can be pretty much. So you need to really think about this, but please think about it hard and make these animals a priority.
Right.
And once you adopt them, it's a commitment. They depend on us. It's a
Well, they
commitment.
become part of the family.
Yes,
I mean,
they
really,
should be. Yes,
they are.
I sleep with 3
was
pit
gonna say,
mixes.
I have 2
Renee has
myself.
3 children. Okay.
Yes, I do.
And
5. 2 have 2 legs, and 3 have
that's right.
4
She has-
legs.
but
Yeah.
the 2-legged ones are grown and
Gone. And
gone. Yay, hallelujah.
Yeah.
And so, but okay, give us a number, a
Yes.
phone number now. We need to call
Okay.
about Buck.
I'm gonna give you first. I'm gonna give you the Cleveland for No Kill Cities number, and that is 423-464-6070. And
6070. That's
Yes.
pretty simple. 6070.
6070, very easy to remember. 464-6070, and that is for the no kill line. If you're interested in adopting Buck, you can call that line, and they will put him on the no kill list, which essentially will put him on the fax list, where he will not be euthanized the next morning.
Now let's explain. Once you call out there and do this, then you will need to pick him up. And
Yes.
this is, let me ask you, since he has been neutered,
Mm-hmm.
is there a $50 charge on him?
I believe so, just because I believe all animals have that fee. However, it may be something that can be negotiable. I'm not exactly
Okay.
sure.
You
So
need to talk with the
Yeah.
shelter about that.
Yes,
Right.
talk to the shelter about that, because, there's a $50 fee when you go to the shelter and get a dog, but that fee goes to,
It's spay or neuter, it's rabies, and then it's also the first round of shots and everything.
Yes.
And I would think it would be because, it would still be a $50 fee to adopt him, because they have expenses like, when he was first came through there, he went to the vet.
Yeah.
That has
Yeah.
to be paid for.
Right.
So, there are expenses at the shelter.
these
that-
expenses occur, so, and he is a precious dog, absolutely precious.
Show
and
them how you behave.
wants to be loved.
Wants to be a
Yes.
lap dog.
And yes, and we have Mike. No, we need the mic. Okay.
yes, we do, Buck.
We have had him chew Nancy's in.
Yes, one ate my mic, a button off my shirt, and an earrings. Same dog. But these are wonderful, and you can also go to Cleveland for a no-kill.
They're having an adoption thing
Yes,
this
they are.
Saturday
Okay,
at
good.
Tractor
Let's talk
Supply.
about that.
Okay, this Saturday at Tractor Supply from 10, I think, until 2. At Tractor Supply, they will have dogs and cats for adoption.
And 10 till 2 at Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
And
And you
folks,
can't take it home that day. You pay, you pick them out, you pay, and then they take the dog, I think it's Monday, they take it to either Dixie Day Spay or Appalachian Animal, or if you want to take it to your vet, then they'll do that, but there could be additional charges beyond the $50.
Right.
And then you pick them up like on Monday.
and Cleveland for a no-kill has a website. You can go
Yes.
on there, and they have pictures of all of the dogs that need to be forever home. And where is that website?
It's actually on Facebook.
Okay.
You just go on Facebook, and in the search bar up top, you can just search Cleveland for a no-kill city, and that's all words, no letters, and all space between. And then you can like that page, and you can scroll through, and it'll explain, it'll show the pictures of the dogs or the cats, and it'll explain the process of how to adopt an animal.
Now, you cannot call out there at the shelter and ask for Buck the dog, because they won't have any idea who you're
No
talking
more
about.
chicken. No more chicken.
They will not
Sorry,
have any
baby.
idea who Buck the dog is. But Buck the dog is what's Buck's number?
It's 1156.
1156.
Yes.
And you have to ask for dog 1156, because we do have puppies out
Puppies
there
have
too.
different numbers,
And they
yes.
have, and so you need to ask for dog 1156. Now, folks, Cleveland is trying to become a no-kill city. We are approximately 90% there right now, but that does not mean that if a dog is at the shelter, that it's going to live there forever. That's not going to happen. We have to find forever homes for these wonderful animals who just want a home and some love.
Absolutely.
And if you're thinking of rehoming your dog for some reason, the animal control should be the very last option. If you need some ideas and places you can go and everything, you can call Lindsay Smith, who is the rescue liaison at Animal Control, and her number is 423-598-8319.
Yes, you've decided I'm over here, haven't you? Oh, my goodness.
He loves you.
But, and here we
Woo,
are.
look at her hair.
Hello, Buck. Yo, I think I'm in the kissing booth at Mark's Doghouse.
Unfortunately, Buck does not come with a vacuum cleaner.
No,
but
he
I
does
would say
not.
that's a prerequisite to adopt Buck.
He is.
Or a good bath and brushing
Yes.
would get right.
So
Yes.
now we're coming up on a commercial here, so let's real quickly, while I get the dog slobber off of my chin, let's real quickly give those phone numbers again.
Okay.
Whoever has a question.
Cleveland for a no-kill is 423-464-6070. And Lindsay's number is 423-598-8319.
Oh, yeah.
And you need
And
to
this-
call and
Yes.
and do this. And like I said, Buck's dog number is
1156.
56. So, like I say, folks, please do not call out there and ask for Dog Buck, because that's not. They have no idea who Dog Buck is, but except that that's the bag the chicken was in earlier.
There's no more chicken, sweetie.
Just if you all could see, I mean, you're seeing the backside of this dog, but his face and his eyes, he is so alert and he is so sharp.
Come here.
And he is. He's not going to turn around and let you see him. He wants you to see his. There.
Good profile.
Anyway,
Good profile.
he's absolutely adorable and looks so alert.
Yes.
And just
wants to love somebody.
Wonderful
Wants to
pet
love.
for children. Great pet. And so, folks, you all need to call out there. 1157 is Buck's number.
1156.
1156.
And he is urgent.
Yes.
And folks, when we say urgent, we don't
We
mean
mean-
that you can fool around with this.
No.
If you think you might like Buck, he is urgent. And we would love to find Buck a home so that he's alive tomorrow to tell us about it.
Yes, exactly.
And he is wonderful. I mean, he is just fantastic. Very active, and
Loves chicken.
So, folks, Jill, thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
being
you.
with us. And folks, we'll be right back. We're going to calm down just a little bit with the two-legged guest. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we're back, and we've kind of calmed down. We're all brushing down hair off of us.
Yeah.
But that is not to keep you from calling about
No.
Buck, because he is wonderful.
He
and
is
I
the
did not
sweetest
get
thing.
the memo. Look at you two.
I know.
I did not get the
Oh.
memo. Sherry Cry is our guest here. She is with the Chamber of Commerce. She's Vice President of Workforce Development, and she has something very special she wants to talk to us about today.
A neat program.
So
Yes.
you go.
I do. We have a program at the Chamber called Youth Leadership.
Yes.
And it is a program for juniors and seniors in high school. And now is the time for them to go and get an application if they're interested in this. For all you parents that are listening and you think your student may be a great candidate for this, then they need to go by their guidance office, pick up an application. They have some questions to answer. They have to get references, and then the important deadline is that they have to be turned back into the guidance office by February 20th.
Uh-oh. February 20th.
Yes,
and
that's-
this is February 7th.
Yes. So
And we
it's
know how
coming up.
teenagers
Coming up.
wait till
So-
the last
Do
minute.
not procrastinate.
Yes. Tell them to do this. And it's a wonderful program that gives these students an opportunity to learn about our community and to see our present leaders in action. They get to meet them. We take them on trips. They meet the city mayor, the county mayor. They go learn about heritage and tourism. They learn so many things about Cleveland that they never knew. They've lived here all their lives,
Right.
and they never knew these things were even here.
Now they get to go to Nashville too.
They do
don't
go to
Okay.
Nashville for one day to learn about state government,
Which is interesting.
Which is very interesting, and it's just a great opportunity
eye-opener.
for our future leaders
Absolutely.
to get to see firsthand what happens, how our city is run, how our county is run. They get to see the good and the bad, and they see the wastewater treatment plant. And
That was my favorite
Justice
thing.
Center.
The wastewater treatment plant I was absolutely in awe. 'Cause
I have
the
to
little
say,
guy out
it
there,
is not one of their favorites.
Really?
No,
Oh,
they-
really?
they
He is
usually
so
go.
passionate about
He
what he
is.
does.
He really
and, yeah, And it's
is.
so crucial. You know, you may not like it, but
Well, I know. That's what we say. You know,
Yeah.
you may not like the fact that what you see, but it's very important you know where your clean water comes from.
Absolutely.
yes,
And that
and
it is
where your
clean water.
wastewater
That
goes.
There is clean
yes.
water.
That there is
Yes,
clean water.
Yes.
Yes.
So they learn so many things. And so this is their opportunity. The applications are there in the guidance offices now. Also, if you're interested, you can go to our website, www.clevelandchamber.com, and download the application. It's under economic development, then workforce development, and our youth leadership program. And they can download the application, fill it out, turn it in. We select 8 students from Bradley, 8 from Cleveland, 8 from Walker Valley, and 2 students from Tennessee Christian Preparatory School. So we have 26 students that are a part of the program every year. They're chosen by our committee, that are people that have gone through our Leadership Cleveland program at the Chamber. And then they select the students and they help plan the days, our field trips. And I have met so many great students. This year we're in our 11th class.
Wow.
The one coming up, we'll be selecting our 12th class.
I didn't realize
If I
it
could
is
say
so.
something, I served on the selection committee one time. You know, it's the bad kids, the few bad ones that, you know, get all the press and everything. it was so difficult to choose just 8. I mean, there are so many fabulous
There are.
kids out there. I mean, smart and involved, and don't they have to write
Very
an essay or
encouraging. They
some
have to
kind of
answer
stuff?
some questions
Yeah.
about who
Yeah.
a leader is, and one of
Yeah,
our
and-
questions this year on the application is, what do you see as a local or a national concern as a teenager, and what are you doing or can you do about that problem?
Wow.
But they are so articulate, and I mean,
It's very
it was
encouraging.
It is. You know, because
to know that there are some great kids here in Cleveland, and
you hear
and
the
they're doing a
national
good
news
job,
at
and they're
night, and you
involved.
go, "Oh, we're all going to."
They're
Right.
very
You know, we're in a
involved,
hellbasket.
and so
See, this is
Handbasket.
something that too, that parents and
Yeah.
kids need to be aware of.
Yes.
They can only take 8 from Cleveland, 8 from Bradley,
Yes.
8 from Walker Valley, and 2 from
2 from
Tennessee
Tennessee
Christian.
Christian.
It's not like the entire junior, senior classes of these schools are going to be there.
No.
And we know that there's a lot of disappointed children, or
Yes, there
teenagers,
are.
I'm sorry, teenagers,
Yeah.
youth. So what you might want to do as a junior is apply.
yes,
And
Because
then,
this is for next year.
this is for next year.
right, and
So
then if they don't get into the
they're
junior, they can,
rising juniors and seniors right now is who needs
Yeah.
to apply.
Right.
And if you aren't selected, then you will have another chance to
Right.
apply again next year.
right. And it's a
So-
wonderful program, and the thing that I see with it, one of the things I see, plus the fact that they're learning all these things, is
Yeah.
the fact that it'll look good on your resume, folks.
Oh,
when
yes.
when you're applying to college, it's going to look really good on that.
Definitely, it does. And I've seen from these students in the past how many of them have gone on to college and have assumed leadership roles.
Yeah.
Whether in a club, a fraternity, sorority, on a campus, and it just makes me so proud.
Absolutely, because these
them.
are Sherry's children.
There's
Yeah,
my-
yeah.
these are
she
my-
takes them
my
to
children,
raise. And
yes.
This is not the only. She does Tennessee Scholars too, and we'll have her on again to talk about Tennessee Scholars, because that one could go on for days, because
Yes.
that is
Yes.
a large number of kids.
Yes.
But now let's talk about this a minute. They either pick up the application.
Pick up the application now in the guidance office or go to our website and download it. Fill it out, answer the questions. They have to get 3 references from adults, so they need to get those out so those people can be filling out their references and turn those back in. Everything needs to turn back into their guidance office by the end of school, February 20th. And then we get the applications back, and then our committee will read them and choose
Ponder
and choose,
and-
and they'll make
Ponder
their
and
selections,
discuss.
and
Yes.
they'll make their selections.
Now, folks, if you subtract today from the 20th, we're talking 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And parents, if you really want your child to do this, you need to say every day, because I raised a teenage boy, you raised 2, you raised
have
him.
one.
You need to say every day when they go out the door, bring that application home. Because, and then if they call or text you during the day, bring that application home. Because they may not do it.
Or they can
Go
go
to
on
the website and download
Absolutely.
it and say, here's this application.
That's right. And now let's sit down at the kitchen
Let's
table and fill
fill it
this
out.
out.
Yes.
Because this is a wonderful opportunity for
Yes.
these kids.
It is.
Youth, these youth.
It is. It's a wonderful opportunity, and like I said, I have met some wonderful, great students in the over the past 11 years, and have seen them go on to do great things. I've seen them learn so much about Cleveland and Bradley County that they didn't know, and I know we have one student that was in there a few years ago that I will not be surprised that one day he's president of the United States.
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness,
that was
yeah.
his goal.
Oh my goodness.
And
Okay.
he's at Vanderbilt now, doing great. He's in a lot of leadership things there, and he has great ambition. And who knows? These
Yeah.
are our future leaders.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
And
right.
so we get this opportunity to start now, grooming them and teaching them what it is to be a leader.
And what's nice about this is you have them from 4 different schools. They don't see each other daily.
Right.
Now we're going to work together.
We're gonna
and
work
we're going to
together.
learn about each other, and there's new friendships
They
are
make great
developed.
friendships that I know these friendships that have continued. Another thing I wanted to mention too that they do, which we think is part of being leaders, is they have a service project as
think
a class.
that's wonderful.
And they have to raise funds, and they do this with their school. They're 8 students from each school, and they have a goal, and they have to plan out what it is they're going to do to raise money, and they raise it for Habitat for Humanity. And this past fall, they raised over $2,500
That's great.
That's great.
for
yeah.
Habitat for Humanity.
Then do
And
they
then
actually go
then
out?
they actually go out and work on a house
Good.
or in the store also.
Good. Now, at the very, because we're running up on a commercial here, but we, at the very beginning, is this when we go to, I have a little camp out thing together and is that this
We've
group?
done that different things over the
Okay.
year. Now we do a one-day retreat at the chamber, and we do take them off-site for that. It's just a one-day retreat, which they must attend to be in the class, and that's where they get to know each other. We have speakers come in, teach them some things about leadership, and we do fun things and competitions, and that's the bonding thing
Right,
to start
and
the year.
that's also when you all get
That's
to
when
meet
we
them,
get to
because
first
you've been
meet
looking at
them.
a piece of paper.
Right. That's when we get to meet them, find out who they are. And so we have 6 trips during the year. They're all during the school day. They are excused. There's no cost. That's another thing that's important about this. There's no cost for the students to be in this program. It's totally funded by the Chamber Foundation. And we provide the buses, we provide food, and everything, shirts for them. So
It's a fun group of kids.
It is, yeah.
fun group.
I think I've spoken there once or twice about community, like the arts and the this and the that, you know, and then I know I've spoken at Leadership Cleveland before on that.
Right.
And they're just a really good group of students. And one thing that Sherry just now pointed out is that they will miss 6 classes. So you need to be sure that the youth is comfortable with the fact that they might be a day behind on something.
They do have to make up the work. It is an excused absence, but they also need to be able to miss class.
Right,
and make up
absolutely.
the work.
Absolutely. So if they're interested, the website
If
again.
you're interested, go to www.clevelandchamber.com and find the application there, download it, have your student fill it out, turn it back into their guidance office by February 20th, or go to the guidance office. They have plenty of applications there that you can pick up, fill it out, turn it back in.
Very good. Sherry, thank you so much.
You're
Always
welcome.
great to have you on with us because she's always informative about what's happening in Cleveland, Bradley County.
I have so many programs I can
I
talk
know
about
she
a lot.
does. In fact, when I emailed her today, I said, "Who are you today?" So, you know, because I mean, I know who she is, but what she's representing. Folks, don't go away because we have a celebrity coming on.
Yes.
And we're very excited about this, so we'll be right back.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back, and I told you we would be back, and we're thrilled to have with us Megan Hicks, and she is a national storyteller. I almost said international. Are you international?
I am. I have been on 3 continents.
She's an international storyteller, and she got the memo to wear red. Judy did not, but that's okay because she's got on big orange. And Judy Baker, Judy was on with us last week, and she told us that she would be having Megan here. So welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you.
It is great to have you here. Now, tell us a little bit about why you're here and what you're doing.
I'm here to tell stories.
I think that's great.
That's what I do for a living, and that's what I've been invited here to do for the Ocoee Story Fest. This is, I think, your 18th?
Or 18th.
18th.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I really, really do.
Anything
it's awesome.
that lasts 18 years.
It's got to be good.
It's got to be good.
It's got to be good. That's for sure.
We are the oldest in the, I would say, in the Southeast. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're the longest running in the Southeast outside of Jonesboro.
And we know about Jonesboro. We talked about that last week. That is the hub of storytelling. Now, you've been here, this is Thursday morning, so you've been here all this week so far?
No, I got in Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Okay, so yesterday you went to...
I went to Hopewell Elementary
Okay.
and to
Tennessee Christian.
Okay, very good.
Told stories to third, fourth, and fifth graders in one place and middle schoolers in the other one, and it was wonderful.
Well,
Good
I did
kids.
get a phone call from the Chattanooga Times News Free Press yesterday afternoon. He had gone to hear you. He didn't say where. He loved it. He absolutely loved it. And I think he said Channel 3 News was there too. And so there's going to be a lot of publicity about Megan.
Well, see, that's the thing about storytelling. I can be telling to third, fourth, and fifth graders, but the stories do their own work. They do their own magic, and they just get all the generations present in. So it's not kiddie lit, it's not drama light. It's just a good story, well told, can draw everybody into it.
And that's wonderful. And now today you're going to be at...
Where am I going to be?
You're going to be at Walker. We're going to be at Walker Valley for an English class, and
Okay.
she'll have some one-on-one time with the students
Oh,
there.
great.
And then she'll be working at Cleveland Middle in an after-school library program with some students that need a little extra help and a little extra oomph, to help them get through.
Get some enthusiasm there.
Get some enthusiasm there, and a good story. And they're going to see that they can be storytellers.
And that's what's so wonderful. Now, you're not from Cleveland, Tennessee, so tell us where you're from.
I live right outside of Philadelphia.
Okay, and that's in Pennsylvania. That's
Yes,
a long way
that's a
off.
long way off.
So we're so thrilled that you have come down here to Cleveland. But an international storyteller, you go wherever.
I'll go wherever. I've been to Latin America 3 times. Been to Australia, coast to coast in the U.S., mostly the Mid-Atlantic. That's where I got started in Central Virginia, and I recently moved up to Philadelphia. So,
Now,
yeah, wherever.
When you got started, how did you decide that I want to tell stories?
There's a story.
Okay, good. Megan asked me if I wanted to tell a story, but
Well,
there we go.
The short version is that I was in my 30s and my identity crisis, which is appropriate for undergraduate
you know, stretched into my 30s. And I still didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, you know? So I was hanging wallpaper, I was doing interior painting, I was a story lady in a Montessori school library. I copy edited law school students' papers. I was a stringer at the daily newspaper writing feature articles. And one day my boss at the library said, the public library is sponsoring a storytelling conference. We're going to do professional development today. I've got a sub. So we went down to the public library, and we got there at the public library meeting room. There's a bunch of people for this storytelling conference, and the chairs are all set up in theater style, and there's no tables, there's no books. And I thought, wait, this is a storytelling conference. Where are the books? Well, we sit down, and one of the presenters, whose name is Gioia Tempinelli, she's a poet of great renown, a novelist, a scholar. She was in storyteller mode that day. She stood up and she gave us a short lecture about the storytelling revival in the United States. And this is like 25 years ago, so I kind of forgot that. But then she sort of looked at us and got a twinkle in her eye. She took a deep breath and she launched into a 3-minute fairy tale. And in that 3-minute time, I went someplace I had never been before. And when she brought us all back to the room, to present time, present space, I just looked at that little tiny woman up there. And in my heart, I said, okay, that's the direction I'm going with my life. And every decision I made from that point on, every big decision, I went to library school as a public librarian, a children's librarian, best apprenticeship I can think of for any storyteller. And every big decision brought me further and further and further along this path.
And so now we don't want anybody to do any math, okay? But
I'm 63 years old.
See, you're not going to have to. She just told.
We didn't have to know that.
So you've been telling stories roughly 30 plus years.
Almost 30 years
okay.
now, yeah.
And that is so wonderful. And I'm sure you have your own repertoire of stories, but you're probably learning even now, picking up extra new stories and this and that.
Are you kidding, staying with this
I know.
crew around here?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. There's all kinds of stories you can tell. And when she leaves Cleveland, there's no telling what she's going to share.
Or what they're going to share about me.
That is very true.
Works both ways.
Now, let's talk about, she's actually going to be in concert Friday night. So, Judy, tell us a little bit about that.
That's what it's called. It's a storytelling concert. It will be at the Museum Center at 5 Points, which is also a sponsor of the event, beginning at 7 o'clock. 200 Inman Street downtown. Come to the museum, go to the quilt show, stay for the storytelling concert. It'd be $5 per person with a $15 maximum per family. You cannot take your kids and go to the movies for that.
No, you cannot.
You cannot get the type of high quality together time for that. Megan is in schools all this week. A lot of the kids, when we said, hey, she's going to be at the museum Friday night, their eyes lit up like, I can hear another story.
Isn't that wonderful?
And it's been great, you know, right in the middle of a wonderful week of sharing with students. This is our 18th year. Over the last 17 years, we have shared stories with thousands of students in Cleveland and Bradley County. And recently, in the most recent years, it has been through the help and the funding of the Allied Arts Council. Arts is a passion for a group of people here in Cleveland.
It really is.
And we are so lucky to have a group of people that are open to the idea of storytelling, because when you think of the arts, you think of somebody that paints, or you think of somebody that dances, or you think of somebody that plays an instrument or sings. Like we were saying last week, storytelling is something that does not require a special stadium. It does not require special equipment. It does not require special training. You don't have to go to school to be a storyteller. It helps.
Right.
You know, you're learning
You've got to
more.
refine your craft, but it's not, you don't have to be gorgeous. You don't have to have a certain wardrobe. It's totally egalitarian. It is no tech. I mean, if the lights go out, if the electricity go out, we can
Like at the
still
Super
have
Bowl.
storytelling.
Right.
There you
right.
go.
Absolutely. And you don't need 8 other people to play the game.
And it is
Right.
collaborative art. Whenever the story's going on, every person listening is creating a unique universe. And I had one woman tell me, she said, I feel as though I'm emerging from an afternoon at theater.
How wonderful.
It's
Absolutely
pretty sweet.
wonderful. That is great. And you know, I taught school, you didn't know, I taught school for 20 years. And one of the main things that I worked on then, and Judy and I've talked about this, was listening skills. And one of the things that I think we don't do nowadays is listen. Mm-hmm. But that's what I think storytelling, because you grab their attention and they listen. And it's amazing how many people need to learn to listen.
Well, you put what you have to say in a narrative form, in story form, and people will tune in. It's hardwired. It's a need we have. I see so many kids who, you know, are just used to being plugged into the video games, and a lot of their teachers say, I'm not sure the kids are going to pay much attention to you today. Just don't take it personally.
Right.
No, it's like they're hungry, they're thirsty. It's like there's a need. There's a sponge in there that just needs to soak up those narratives and use their imaginations.
And see, that's what's so wonderful. They use their imagination
Yes.
on this.
Yes.
And it's not like it's already up on the screen being shown to them.
Right, they're inventing
That's
what
right.
their hero looks like.
And-
Their
and that is
monster is
what's
as
so
scary as it
wonderful.
needs to be.
And Judy, tell us one more time, when is Megan going to be in concert?
In concert Friday night at 7 o'clock at the Museum Center at 5 Points. Admission is $5, $15, family maximum. If you need directions or whatever, my email is tellone, T-E-L-L-O-N-E, at bellsouth.net. You can call the Museum Center. They'll be happy to give you directions if you need them. Just come. It's going to be unforgettable. It's going to be a wonderful evening.
And it's a wonderful experience. It's like Judy says, you can come and look at the quilts, listen to Megan in concert, and before that, if you want to run to the Catch or CBC, get you something to eat and come across the street, that's absolutely wonderful. And I'll tell you something I saw, because we talked about Richard Chase's
The
Jack
books,
Tales.
yeah.
You know they're making a movie out of Jack the Giant Slayer.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet. Oh, that's
I know, but it'll probably be all this blow up and run around and all this stuff, not like a Jack Tale.
No, it'll
But-
be what the director wants them to see.
That's
it
right.
won't be what
But
we'll make up in our
But as
head.
soon as I saw that, I thought of Judy, because I thought, well, Jack the Giant Slayer, here we go. And Megan, wonderful to have you with us
Thank you.
today.
Thank you for
And
having
as a
me.
member of the Allied Arts Board, I'm thrilled to see our money being spent in the schools on things like this.
Thank you
I
for
mean,
that.
really, really am. Folks, you know now, Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Museum Center, or she'll be at Walker Valley today, Cleveland Middle School, and then Friday.
Taylor Elementary and then Parkview Elementary.
So call any of those schools if you want to and see what time she's going to be there. And I'm sure they will let you audit
Sign into the
listening.
office, call the church, call the schools first, because they are very careful about the public coming in.
Right, and you can audit the storytelling. Megan, thank you so much. It's great to have you in Cleveland.
you.
And Judy, thank you for bringing her with us. And folks, we've had a pretty great day, and I told you I'm not going to tell you what the weather's going to be today, because we've had it all in the last 5-6 days. So come back and see us next week, and we'll have some more people on to visit with you and another four-legged friend. Bye-bye.